Welcome to the Uncultured Rules Podcast. It's your boy 17.
It's your man H.M. Hersham Bawu. What up? What up?
It's your boy G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And we on episode number 4-3.
Folk Trey.
Yes, sir. 4-3.
All right, man.
What's good?
I'm alive.
Every week.
That's what's good, man.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
You know?
Shit, I tell you what's good, man. Yesterday at work we had a meeting, and I'm supposed to get a motherfucking bonus. We getting bonuses. Hell yeah, bring it on.
Hell yeah.
I never say no to some more. And then I think what next month or the month after that, supposed to get like a 1% pay increase or something like that.
Okay.
My mic going out. Okay. Getting a 1% pay increase. That's all right. That's cool.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm saying?
shit, anytime you can get a little extra money out of these cheap motherfuckers, go ahead.
That's the meeting I show up to.
Oh, yeah. You know? So, hey, man, you know, when I say I'm alive, you know, I mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? Life is hard, you know? You never know, man.
Yeah, it's got its real spots.
Yeah.
Spots.
It got potholes. It got Detroit potholes.
Niggas says spots.
Shit. Motherfucker be fucking parts on the map. Shit. Well, we did have some good news this week. If y'all been paying attention, I know if you watch the news, they showing like all this war shit, but you know there are other things going on in the world besides this war shit.
Right, other great things happening.
Yeah. And so you have the first African American woman, Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Hit the right one this time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't fuck up for the sister now.
And then you said the name right.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
yeah. We 2 for 2.
Hey, I couldn't say it too fast, so I don't want to fuck this up. But no, she was nominated to the Supreme Court, first African American female woman.
Yeah.
It, you know, I'm gonna sound like a repeat because I said it on my episode I'm releasing this week. It took about almost 250 years for them to do it, but you know, we finally got there. Better late than never, right? Right?
Yeah.
No. He said,
We should have been there.
"Yeah." So, before we really get into that, like, just what's your thoughts on the whole historical moment of it?
I feel like it's overdue. I mean, there's been a lot of qualified, educated, well-spoken, people who would check all the boxes, who was her color before, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's a big moment for black people, for black women. But it's overdue.
Yeah, I feel the same. I've heard a lot of good things about her.
Yeah.
Well, I wanna. My thing though is this is great. The celebration great. I want to see what she gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing with politics now. It's like, just because a black person there, I'm past that part now.
Yeah,
I'm
Clarence
like, what
Thomas.
are we going to do?
Don't get me started on that motherfucker. Fucking
What?
to my Clarence Thomas. Anyway, I'm not. I don't because I ain't gonna use a black show to bash other black people. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, they probably think they think I'm basketball probably, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm glad that she's where she at, but it's like we're done with putting people in there just because they black and just because we want to make a monumental moment.
Yeah.
Because now we need people that's going to do these things that they say they're going to do for us.
Yeah. I mean, but in her case, to be fair,
I know she's vice president.
Oh, you talking about Kamala?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we still talking about Ketanji.
No, I'm talking about Kamala.
Oh,
Because you said we're not gonna use a
Oh yeah.
black podcast.
Well, look, I
bad
always,
black
but I'm always going to defend. Wait a minute.
Kamala.
It's not Kamala. It's Kamala.
Yeah.
That's her name. Kamala.
Who
I said it wrong. I said it wrong.
And I started saying it too.
It's Kamala.
I
That's her
probably
name.
said it wrong for sure.
Yeah, Kamala Harris. That's her name. I'm always going. Like, you know, I'm a defend and support her. Period. I mean, I just like her. Okay. I don't know what else to fucking say. I just like her, man. I mean,
What made you like her?
Huh?
What made you like her?
What made me like her, honestly, was the fact that when she was running for president, the way that they came after her, like the way I mean, even black women was coming after her to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she dropped out, I remember the day she dropped out of the race. Like, even though at the time I didn't have any intentions on voting for her per se, but it was in her defeat. And I watched how she experienced that and just dealt with it in grace. But it was sad the way that people was just coming out the woodwork attacking her.
Yeah.
And she hadn't even done half of that shit that, you know what I'm saying, that people were accusing her of. She dropped out because she wasn't getting the support. She wasn't getting the money. Because, you know, it's a numbers game. You need money to play politics. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be in it. You can have all the greatest ideas in the world, but it's about money. It's why you get all these fucking idiots into politics now, and you wonder why the country ain't running right, because you got a bunch of assholes who don't give a fuck about you, and then you vote for these clowns.
Yeah. So she took those things and she kept going in stride with her head up.
Yeah. I mean,
so she moved with a lot of poise, I guess.
Yeah. She took it on the chin and was like, you know what, fuck it. You know, I'm just going.
Wasn't a sore loser or nothing.
Yeah, she wasn't a sore loser, and you know, it's for me. It's all about the resurgence. It's all about the not how you fall, but how you come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand that.
And that was my whole thing with her. I could tell, you know, she was disappointed, and I was just like, I was pissed. I mean, like I said, I didn't even have any intentions on voting for her per se. Yeah. But I didn't like the way that people were just coming out the woodwork, coming after her. Like, I could tell, like, y'all just wanted to get her out of the way because y'all saw her as a threat.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. I could see it.
But I don't want us to go too far off.
Right.
But the whole reason we have this conversation because you were saying, we're not going to use a black podcast.
No, I said I'm not. Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if y'all want to bash, bash her.
The thing is, I don't bash her.
Right.
I don't try to bash her. I know it seemed like every episode is like, anytime we brought her up, it's like, hell no, she with them people, and it may seem like I'm bashing her, and I definitely do not want to be looked at like I'm bashing another black person that's got to a position that we need them in. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know what you're saying. It's about holding people accountable once they get there.
Exactly. Yeah. Because with politicians, we're starting to have less and less more trust in them, if we have any at all. Because, we expect them to, do what they say they're gonna do. And a lot of times they don't.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
It's off topic, but do y'all think the Indian people feel like slighted that she just always called black, like first black?
Well, it's not like she come out there and she just says I'm black.
Yeah, it's not her. It's the media.
Yeah.
I'll give her that she never comes out and just picks that one side and Asian, black, or Native American.
Yeah.
But we don't see too much of her at all anyway. So. I'm sorry, man. I understand.
Hey, I spoke my piece already.
Yeah, I understand. She's vice president.
No. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. No, you motherfuckers got to go watch last week's episode. Now, how about that? Shit. If you ain't see the last week, go watch last week, then watch this one.
Definitely do that.
But on Ketanji though, I mean, let's I listened to a little bit of hearing, actually more than a little bit. Listen to a good percentage of it.
Yeah.
And the way
What's my man from New Jersey?
Cory Booker.
Yeah.
He did a crazy
Yeah,
job.
he had to
man.
highlight.
Yeah.
He had to highlight. I mean, he brought it home.
Yeah, he brought her to tears, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's why I respect that brother. Now people look at Cory, like if people don't pay attention to politics, like, you know, I pay attention to politics. These brothers pay attention to politics. But like people always look at Cory Booker like, all right, man, he fake as hell. Mm-hmm. You look at Cory Booker like, because it looks like he's acting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it kind of does.
Yeah,
it kind of does look like he's acting. But when I saw that, I don't think that was acting. I think that was genuine for the show, because he's seen how like Lindsey Graham, Marsha Blackburn, he's seen how all of those GOP senators were attacking her.
Yeah.
I mean, asking her questions that was off script, have nothing to do with, okay, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record because I just said this on my show yesterday that I recorded, like asking her to define what a woman is. What the fuck does that have to do with being a judge?
Right.
I'm sorry, did I miss something here? Or Lindsey Graham asking her, rate your faith 1 to 10. And then in the same breath talking about, well, I only go to church like 3 times a year. So wait a minute. You're not even a fully, you're not even fully religious, but you want to ask me about mine? Yeah. And before y'all start, what the fuck ever happened to separation between church and state?
Right.
Why all of a sudden does religion have to come back up in politics when it's clearly written down somewhere?
Should be separate.
Man, listen. Some people need to just shut the fuck up forever.
Some. It's quite a few people.
I'm being nice.
He said forever.
Forever.
I'm being nice. They need to shut the fuck up, man. What does God do with anything? That's why everything fucked up now, man. Y'all on some other shit. Let's get on what it's supposed to be about, man, and so we get the fuck on. You wasting people's time and shit. Like, come on.
Well, they couldn't attack her on her record because, they've already, white people have been saying this like, shit, she the most qualified Supreme Court justice ever, like to ever be nominated. Like,
right, so let's stop wasting time on this bullshit we asking and get to it.
You know how black people got to be twice as good.
And
plus you're a woman, so she probably got to be 3 times as good as everybody else just to get the same opportunity.
I heard a white person say the same exact shit. They was quoting that joke that I forgot who said that joke. Was it Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle? I think it was Chris Rock saying the black man got to fly to what the white man could walk to.
Right. Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
I think it was Chris Rock because I remember him making a joke about where he lived. He's like,
it was Chris Rock.
He's like, shit, you know who my fucking neighbor? A fucking dentist. A yank your teeth dentist. Like a fucking dentist. That's my neighbor.
And I'm a fucking superstar.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that shit hit hard. I'm like, the fuck? A dentist?
Yeah. Well, he was naming everybody that was around him, and at that time it was
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. And some other folks. And then somebody, I think directly next to him was the dentist.
Fucking, that's insane. That's fucking insane. Like, really?
How many teeth is this motherfucker?
Right,
yeah. He picks a lot of teeth.
Man. and man, I don't know, man. I just listened to and the way she was answering those questions though. Like, I heard people joking like she had that resting bitch face. Like, because you knew what she wanted. Like, black people who understand black people, you could see her.
Well.
We knew what she wanted to say. But she was like, do I really want this job?
Listen, man.
They ain't gonna pull me out of my character.
Right. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. That was it.
But I'm gonna look at you. No, I'm gonna let you read my face.
I don't, like my girl always say, don't play in my face.
Yeah.
That's the look.
Yeah.
You know, black people, we got, I think we got language inside of language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, English is a language, but Ebonics is a language too.
Right.
And then we got language inside Ebonics. Like, it's like layered. Like, and then, with a resting bitch face. That's like language. That's like body language right there.
Yeah,
So, listen, man, it's just all kind of layers to that shit. But I don't think she was looking like, do I want this job? I think like she was like, hurry up, get your shit out so I can go and conquer it. Because I'm going to end up taking it, and you know that.
Yep.
I mean, it was just the parts that because I listened to a lot of it when I was at work. But even when I got home, I cut it on for a little bit and watched it and was watching because when they took their breaks, then the news go back and play the highlights and the long pauses that she was taking though, like you could tell I could tell she was fighting what she really wanted to say and she was trying to also gather what she needed to say.
Right.
So it's like both sides of your brain working simultaneously, and your left side like "fuck you, bitch ass nigga," and then the other side is like quiet. Exactly, and it's like fighting. Like, you know what? Okay, what I'm trying to say is this is a case by case basis. Yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Explaining it the right way.
I give it to her. She can have patience.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because
maybe that was,
She was clearly being tested.
Yeah, maybe that was a test.
Because if you put me in that same setting and asking me off the wall questions, I'm like, the most you gonna get out of me is, sir, what does that have to do with my position that I'm applying for?
Right.
And they would look at me like I'm being an uppity black man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They would look at me as being uppity just by saying that. Now, I'm not saying what I really want to call you, a whole bunch of nothing.
A whole bunch of nothing.
No, because it was about to be some shit that you shouldn't say in this day and age. So I ain't gonna go there. But I tip my hat to her.
Absolutely.
They announced yesterday Joe Manchin, who's always can't stand this motherfucker, but he announced yesterday that he was gonna vote for.
Yeah.
So that was the one Democrat that they were worried about.
Yeah, is he like a closet Republican?
Yeah, he not a closet. That motherfucker is a Republican.
Republican.
He just that's it. He's just a Republican with the D behind his name. That's it.
Depending on what he feel like when he wake up.
Right.
Feel like a Democrat today? Nah.
I feel real Republican in this shit.
I want that oil money, that coal money.
Is he a Republican spy?
He is. He is. No, he is. And I think that shit is clear as day. Like, he's clearly fucking...
Go over there and fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's...
Stir up controversy.
Block all that shit from the inside.
If I was in politics, that's what I do. Hey, man, act like you one of them. Go and mingle with them and then come on back, get back word what the fuck they doing over there. That's what I do.
I mean, they play dirty anyway.
Yeah, they all play dirty.
They all do.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't trying to make this show boring for people who don't pay attention to politics. But it's like my whole thing why you should pay attention is because the laws and shit that they pass in Washington affect you and your children and your family.
Absolutely.
So you need to pay attention to the power structure of this country. I guarantee you, that's where all of these millionaires and billionaires are always at. Yeah. Where you get all these fucking lobbyists. They ain't in Hollywood. Motherfuckers in Washington.
You might not feel like you want to be involved in it because you know about the bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's worthy knowing some things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life a game. And just like any game you playing, you got to know the rules and how the game being played. Because if you don't, then how you going to play the game? You know what I'm saying? You play basketball, you don't know nothing about double dribbling or carrying.
You ain't going to win.
You going to get flagged every time.
Every time.
So you got to learn a little bit of the rules.
That's how I learned.
Yeah.
Hey, travels, nigga. Fuck.
Yeah. You got to learn a little bit of the rules so you be able to know how to maneuver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be a damn rocket scientist. Shit, I ain't. But I notice. I look at certain things and be aware of certain things. It's worth being aware.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, looking back at the last judge, they
Kavanaugh.
Was it Kavanaugh?
No, it was Amy Coney Barrett. Yeah.
Did she get the same?
No.
She didn't get the same.
They rushed her.
Yeah.
They rushed her through.
Because they was trying to push it. Yeah, Trump was trying to push it through before he left.
And you see how much. And no, it wasn't Trump. It was McConnell. I mean, Trump nominated her, but it was McConnell because he like, fuck, let me hurry up and do this shit.
Hurry up and get her
but they
through
didn't do that for Obama. They wouldn't give him his
exactly.
They held it up for the entire fucking year.
So why didn't the Democrats do the same thing?
Because they pussies.
Exactly.
Because they some bitches. They some hoes. They some fuck boys. They some other shit that I can't name. Fuck it, edit it out. They some. Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Now you know he ain't about to edit this shit.
Yeah, that's why I ain't say it, because I'm like, nah, this motherfucker gonna get me canceled.
Whatever you say, can and will be used in the court of the uncultured roots.
Don't.
Oh man. But no, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say for instance, you get a white person. I mean, there's not too many white people that will watch this show, but let's just say for instance, they look at, oh, they're just a bunch of fucking Democrats. You just heard me call Democrats a bunch of pussies because they don't have no fucking spines and they don't stand up for shit. That's because the people who pay attention to politics are crazy as fuck. Yeah, you got that on that side. You got that on the Republican side. And then the people who pay attention to politics on the Democratic side are people who are lawyers and people who don't have any fire in them. You know, people who come from a more upscale background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You said who? Who come from
on the Democratic side, you get more upscale folks who college educated, who got they shit together. Versus on the Republican side, you get some motherfucker who work in a diner who can barely speak proper English.
Really?
Running for office.
I always kind of felt like
no
Republicans.
Look at the
rich ones.
Look at the ones they got running now. That's what I'm saying.
I was changing the guards for them.
It's because Trump opened.
Shook the whole
that's it.
Shit up.
Trump opened up Pandora's box.
The Republican Party is not the same.
Now you got the reddest of rednecks running for office, and they don't give a fuck. They gonna show their whole white ass, and they don't care
because they had 70 million.
You mean they whole red ass?
I stand corrected. Yeah. We don't like you. You know we don't like you. And so we gonna vote against you. We gonna take your vote, fucking nigger. We don't fucking like you. You shouldn't vote anyway. You're not a fucking American. That's how they sound. That's how they think. And they say, oh, that ain't all of them. Shit. Well, show me one that ain't. That's my whole thing. Because I pay attention to this shit. And I'm going to tell you, that's how they operate. You know? And we're not trying to make this whole show political, but again, you gotta pay attention to this shit because it affects you. You want to bitch and complain. People want to bitch and complain when you see the prices of groceries and everything going up. Now, granted, that has something to do with the economy, but who the fuck controls the economy? It's the government.
Where the hand in big
what
business.
I mean by economy is stock market.
No, I'm saying big business has a.
Yeah, but the government is who regulates it. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is they work hand in hand.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, they do, and that's why they always down in Washington lobbying shit.
Yeah,
bribing.
Yes.
Sophisticated bribing.
So the point I'm making is, if these motherfuckers who already got millions and billions of dollars, they ain't worried about what team playing what, and they ain't worried about what show coming on TV or who dropped the latest music, or they ain't worried about that shit. These motherfuckers about getting more money, finding loopholes, creating loopholes, finding ways to fuck you over. Yeah. And it's like, if people don't want to be engaged, now I understand because people got lives and you work, you got daily, real life problems and real shit. I get it. I'm one of you. Shit, we don't fucking make no money off this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. But shit.
Soon come. I said soon to come.
Yeah. But, you got to pay attention to this shit. It's boring, but you got to pay attention. You wonder why you getting fucked over all the time? This is part of the reason why.
Yeah. I mean, it's boring, but is it? This is the back part of where the money is concerned with this country. Like I just said, we just talked about lobbying. Now, you're not into politics like that. You're lobbying. You might not even really understand what that was, but I just cleared it up for you when I said bribing. But you know that word.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know, man.
just be aware, man. God, damn it, just be aware, dog.
So once again, congratulations to Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yes. He took his time with that.
Yeah.
Can't fuck it up. Can't fuck it up.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. Congratulations to her.
She's deserving, and hopefully she get on there and do her thing. But again, if you're keeping track of score politically, the Democrats only have 3 out of 9 justices.
So they still
So, when they take up in June or one of these months, I don't know if it's in June or May or one of these months when they take up, the abortion, Roe versus Wade, they trying to overturn that. Yeah. And there's going to be a whole bunch of y'all pissed. There's going to be a whole bunch of y'all upset. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, how you do that? Because you motherfuckers don't vote. Mm-hmm. You sit down, you take elections off, and you let these crazy motherfuckers get in power. And this is what they do. They put their people in.
They people in who gonna vote how they want them to vote.
I know why y'all don't vote. Y'all feel like it don't do nothing. I understand that.
It's a slow process.
But that's not about. Listen, man, we gotta make change, and change is not just voting. We gotta hold people accountable.
Yes.
Yeah, we could put them in office, but it ain't just you voting for them and you back away. You gotta hold them accountable, dude. Yeah. If you don't hold them accountable, do what the fuck they want to do. You gotta put fire on their ass so that you can make them do what you put them there to do. Hey, you promised us this. Hey, you need to come through on your promise, or we ain't fucking with you.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to stay politically engaged. Call their offices. If they hold in town halls, show up to the town halls. Let your voice be heard.
Because let me tell you, them white folks do that. They for sure. Mm-hmm. Look, I seen a video of this senator. I don't know if it was a senator or what he was. I think he was a senator or something. He came into Starbucks. This white lady ate his ass the fuck up. He came in, walked the fuck back out. You know what I'm saying? Because she was getting on his ass, and he couldn't get a word in really edgewise. His people took his ass out, rerouted his ass back to the door. He was supposed to go to the counter. His ass rerouted out the door. And that's what you got to do.
Yes, exactly. That's from a person who is engaged in the process. Yeah, that's what I mean. I like I said, we all understand. We all work for a living. You know what I'm saying? We all have our daily challenges, but it's like. You got to stay involved in this shit. Like Fly say, it's more than just voting. You got to stay on top of them. You got to call their offices. You got to hold them accountable, hold their feet to the fire. Make sure that make sure they doing what you sent them there to do. And, if you ever are fortunate enough to talk to one of them, let it be known. Like
it's way more ways to talk to them than just, calling them or sending them a letter. You send them. You let them know. You send a message to them by letting them know at the polls. Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying not vote. I'm saying redirect your vote. Let them know. Your vote is what matters. This is why they come to our face, and they like to bring preachers in like that matters nowadays. Mm-hmm. They used to do that back in the day because the preacher had a certain spot in black community that if the preacher say so, then most likely the congregation and everybody in that community is gonna follow. That shit don't work the fuck no more. No, they still do it because some of them, I guess it worked to a certain extent, but not as like how it used to be. It's not like how it used to be. But you gotta tell these motherfuckers after you put them in there and they ain't doing what they said they was gonna do. Hey. This vote going to somewhere the fuck else because you ain't doing what we put you in there to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You hire somebody to do a job and they ain't doing shit, and you gonna keep bringing them in to work.
You see how her just say that? That's how you gotta look at it. We hire these people to do a job. If they don't do the job, what happened to you when you don't do your job? Right. They let you go. Well, motherfucker, we need to let these motherfuckers go.
Exactly.
Yep. So catch their ass in the primary season, and because most people being challenged, no matter what side of the aisle you on.
And I go further. Shit, start getting on these law on these laws about how they doing this voting.
Yeah, because they definitely trying to suppress the vote.
Oh yeah, they
and that's the thing. Like, if shit, just look at it this way: if voting wasn't important, why would they fight so hard to take it away from you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Ask yourself that. You know, my vote don't matter. It don't. And well, these fucking white folks, these Republicans don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
They are coming up with laws. They're coming up with laws to make sure it's harder for you to vote. Oh, you don't want your vote anyway, nigger. I mean, person.
And this is why, for the black community, this is why we gotta come together and come to a certain, come together and be able to come together and choose on the direction to go.
Yeah.
So we can redirect these votes, and then we could change how they do voting, the rules and stuff that they do with that. Because if we could come together and redirect our vote, let's say the biggest names on the Republican side and the biggest name on the Democratic side, we could say fuck both of them, reroute this to somebody that's not a big name on the bill, and empower them. You know, if they the type that's gonna show and prove.
Yeah. See, go ahead.
The pushback.
I see. That's what I was about to say.
The Democrats are gonna have is, well, the Republican people are gonna vote either way. So if you don't vote for us,
I was just about to say it.
It's the same as voting for them.
Yeah,
that's the pushback that they always use.
That's the conundrum we find ourselves in,
and that ain't nothing but a scare tactic.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the conundrum.
That's scare tactic, and that's the scare tactic they've been using against us forever. Yep. And where has it gotten us?
Right,
not a damn place.
So I don't give a fuck about that shit about you saying, well, if you vote for them, it's not like, nigga, I need somebody to change this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because this is the same shit. I'm tired of this same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. we gonna switch gears.
This really was supposed to be about the sister. Right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Again, congratulations to her.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations.
Big clap.
Great moment in history.
You hit the right button again.
I did.
What we 4 for 4?
Yeah.
So okay. We probably gonna fuck up somewhere down the line.
Oh,
but,
yeah, absolutely.
That's what we do.
But she's definitely gonna. I can already see she's gonna be confirmed, and we're gonna have our first black woman on the court, and Justice Thomas probably. They already talking about trying to impeach his ass. Because text messages and stuff that was released yesterday, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Oh, you didn't hear about that?
I think I did, but it didn't really. What I heard is like he was in the hospital. Or something.
Yeah, he got out. He got out yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say he faked the hospital.
Right, trying to get out of some shit. Oh, I got COVID.
Well, I mean,
what Red Fox is doing? Oh, I'm coming to you, Elizabeth.
Oh man,
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, even if they did somehow manage to be able to replace him,
it's still 4
to 5.
Yeah, it's still losing.
It's still a loser. So, but I mean, it's not even gonna get that far because Republicans a bit scream and squeal and you should get another one. But Trump got 3 fucking Supreme Court justices in one term. 3. Think about that. Obama did 8 years, and I think he got 2.
Oh, he got 2.
Yeah, he got Sonia Sotomayor and Elena Kagan, I believe. Those are 2 he put on. I'm gonna say Hispanic woman, and white woman, and Trump gets 3 white men.
One time.
No, 2 white men and 1 white woman. So, and but you for people of color, for black folks, for anybody of color, I mean, the Democratic Party is imperfect as shit, and there are gonna be times where we talk shit about them, but that's because. Oh, go ahead. Oh, your mic?
Yeah. Y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
No, they ain't no limit, man. Everybody be on some bullshit. And we're going to talk about you if you on some bullshit.
Absolutely. But as far as like The Democrats, the reason why it's easy for Republicans because they cater to white people. It's only white people in their party, really. And shit, Democrats pretty much got everybody else. They got black folks. They got Hispanic. Let me take that back because a lot of Hispanics vote Republican. Not all of them because they not a monolith. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of them do. A lot of them vote Democrat. So that's a toss up with them. But
a lot of white people vote Democrat too, but
nowhere near. Yeah, not enough.
Not enough to carry them.
Exactly. So the Democratic Party is always going to have issues because all of those groups that I named, they don't all have the same interest, and all of our interests don't align all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for the Republicans to get away with shit because they all on the same mantra. They all on the same accord. You know, it's just white folks in the party. You don't have to try to accommodate and cater to any other culture. You know what I'm saying? That's just, oh shit. It's just straight for y'all, you know, just walk on through. That's what they do. It
used to be. That's why they trying to fuck with the laws because, you know, they almost lost, Texas? They lost Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's why they getting a little like, uh-oh.
And that should tell you something. Why is it that y'all wasn't doing this shit when y'all knew y'all was dominating, but now you know you're not dominating no more?
Change the laws and shit.
Isn't that a metaphor for what goes on for real? When motherfuckers start to catch on to y'all game and then y'all start to change the rules? Read between the lines, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I don't know which one of y'all came up with the second joint, but y'all gonna have to do that one.
Oh yeah, that was
the Latto joint.
Yeah, fly.
Yeah, I can bring it in. So Latto was on Big Boy's Neighborhood. She was saying that she was getting her album done. It was a male collaborator that was making it hard for her to finish that album or finish that song on the album because they wanted a sexual favor from her to be able to clear that song. What y'all take on that? What y'all think about? How y'all feel about that?
I feel that's definitely an obstacle that women in the industry have to face. I'm pretty sure far more than any man in the industry have to. And
I don't know these days, man. You know.
Unless it's
I'm not trying to make light of what I'm just, you know what I'm saying. Some dudes getting real.
Yeah. I was about to say, unless it's that way, you know. Mm-hmm. But I still think it's far less, you know.
Oh, I agree.
And I mean, it should be based off her talent. You know what I'm saying? You want to work with her, you know what I'm saying? If you want business and personal should be separate, you know.
Yeah.
If you're trying to holler at her on the side.
Yeah.
But don't try to tie that to make that as a stipulation for you working with her.
You give me a lot of ammo for what I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, what you think?
I mean, it's no different from anything else in this country. Everything is built around power. If a person feel like they have power over you, they're going to extort and manipulate things. I mean, that's a story that's as old as time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if again, I think I said this last week. That's why I never chased power. And I know people look at that as a form of weakness, but no, it's actually a form of strength because I see the downside to having power. And in this case, this unnamed assailant, unnamed person, felt like he had power over her in terms of, I can make it hard to get your shit cleared. And it's like, okay, well, what kind of fucking scumbag would do that whole ass shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
let the woman put her shit out.
Right.
Damn, I mean, but again, it's all about control, manipulation, and power. That's all it is. That's all capitalism is. And I'm not going to get all philosophical on y'all, but everything is connected. Everything is tied together. And so I wish he would have named the son of a bitch. And
I'm going to get into that.
We could have dragged him. You know what I'm saying? And could have.
I'm sure he ain't the first. I'm sure he ain't the last.
Oh,
I'm sure that shit goes on
and
all
I
the
just
time.
I wish more of these sisters would speak up about the bullshit, but they so concerned about the longevity of their careers, which I understand because that's their livelihood, and I understand, and that's and just, I mean, I have a daughter, you have a daughter, Fly is eventually gonna have a daughter.
That's funny. When my sister put that on me too. She like, I think you're gonna have the daughter because all of us done had the boys.
Yeah.
But
on the way.
man, I just think of that, like, come on, man, that's somebody's daughter, and you trying to extort her. Like,
No, they ain't thinking like that.
Oh, I know they not, but I'm just saying. Again, I could safely say that because I'm not in power.
The reason why she didn't just say, you know what, fuck him, I'm just gonna leave him off the album is because she felt like she'd already put in all this work and she just wanted to, get it done and get the album out. Sometimes, and she might, next time she might, take this as a lesson and just say, fuck it, if that's what it takes for me to get my shit done and I gotta go through that, then fuck you then. Drop the song.
Yeah.
It's at this time, it's like, man, why is y'all doing this old ignorant ass shit? You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a power trip, and then like you say, you got a lot of weak-minded.
That's some lame ass shit.
Power hungry, possessive.
I think they looking at it wrong too. The person who did it, it's like, when you collab with somebody, you collab with them because you respect what they doing. You might like what they doing, and then they also got a fan base you could tap into. You get money that's by collaborating with another artist that probably got a certain demographic that you haven't really strengthened at that point.
Yeah.
And you fucking that up by doing that shit. Like, man, like, set apart all the creepy shit. Like, nigga, be on your business.
Right.
Be on your business. Have good business. I think that's what people, if you have that type of mindset and you have that type of integrity, people remember that shit.
Yeah. So
he probably doing that shit either, out of ignorance or because he feel like he in a certain position. But in this music business, trust me, people don't be in position for a long time. Not too many of them. Right. And they will fall. You will fall off. And the people that you see going up to the top, you're going to see them going down.
Absolutely.
So you move with integrity, that will make those people that see you go down say, hold on, wait a minute. That dude, he'll stand up.
He was always straight with me.
Yeah, let me help him out. Yeah. Let me help her out.
Go back to that. I mean, you don't think about that kind of stuff when you up. When you up, you up.
Yeah, another thing, a lot of people that's up there not used to being told no. So, like, oh, you gonna tell me no? Now I'm gonna dangle this over your head. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, that's Putin.
Yeah, just some weak ass.
Mean.
Like Ross had said at one time, he was like, they asked him about having a female artist, and he was like, no, he ain't gonna do that because he probably end up fucking him.
At least he was honest.
Yeah, at least he was honest about it, but it's like that. Like, damn, man, y'all niggas can't control yourself.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas can't control yourself. Y'all can't keep it business.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why why it's like that. Because you know as well as I do, you gotta have when you having a woman out there, she gotta have a certain image and she gotta be a certain way. I'm saying by music, I'm saying how the music industry, how they put it through the lens. Yeah. They say sex sells. That's the age-old concept. Absolutely. So they always are looking for women who, and they don't give a fuck if they can sing or not. I mean, shit, they got technology and shit where they already got people writing songs.
But what does putting an image out got to do with your being able to control yourself?
This is what I was about to get to. It's about, this is why that happens, because you go after and you find the most attractive women, and then who are the gatekeepers? Men. So
that's why it happens.
This is why it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they set themselves up for failure. Okay, sex sells. Okay, so let's go find something sexy. Let's go find a woman that's sexy. Okay, now we got the image. Now we can craft her, sound. We can do all of that, whatever and whatnot. Well, now she singing good. Now she looking good. Now you looking at her. Oh, I got power over her. That's when that power comes back into play. Oh, I can fuck her now because I got her under this contract. You basically, I'm saying that's how it works.
Yeah, that might be how it works. But see, I'm not.
I know what you're saying on the more philosophical level. Yeah,
because what I'm not gonna do is just give them that. Oh, this how it works. So that's what it is.
No, I'm not excusing it.
Yeah, I'm saying. You just saying
that's the mindset of these people.
Yeah.
So y'all niggas moving out here with no integrity like that, and y'all trying to do. Listen, man. If you want to get you want to get money for a long time. You want to keep having doors being open. You got to move with a certain integrity.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna last long doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't see somebody see it. You know what I'm saying? And that person might be the one that you don't need them to save you.
Right.
But listen, man. Okay, yeah, you want to put a nice looking female. You want to sign a nice looking female or whatever because sex sells to us. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Which you don't got to over sexualize it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You can bring somebody who looks great and looks, very easy on the eyes, and that's cool, but you ain't got to over sexualize her. Yeah. And you can sign whoever you want when you're in a position like Ross. You can sign any type of female. You can sign a female like a Lauryn Hill. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is people not being able to control themselves.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say they setting themselves up for failure when they do that. That's like me, just like I just said.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't care for how bad she is. First of all, this is the bag.
Right.
This is the business. This is the money. I cannot put my doing good business in my bag and my integrity over fucking this chick because she look good.
Yeah, but again, that goes back and that's no offense to you, and that's no offense to you either. None of us have really been in a position of power. When you got people pretty much at your disposal, you can order motherfuckers around because you got the bag, you are the one in control, you are the gatekeeper. When you got that kind of power.
But power comes with responsibility.
No, absolutely. I'm me and you in total agreement with that. But I'm saying it also corrupts the mind. And these people that engage in that type of shit, that's what I mean by that shit has already corrupted your mind.
I think that corrupts the mind when you don't follow having a responsibility, taking on responsibility.
Yeah, I think we said it before, like the power really just amplifies who you already are.
Right. Because
so if you a person with integrity, you still gonna
that's what I was just about to say. Because I'm like,
that's my whole thing.
If I was in that position and you bring Megan Thee Stallion in my office and she not signed yet, and I'm like, shit, do I want to sign her or do I want to smash her? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm married and wouldn't do no shit like that. But I'm saying if I'm in a position of power, it's like, all right, at that moment, I'm trying to decide what is it like. Do I want to actually, you know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be, I'm going to sign you and then I'm going to manipulate you and I'm going to force you to do my bidding, or it's not that, because like you say, it's the responsibility. It's about the integrity, which I have, which again, I have all of these traits, which is why I would never pursue power, because them bitches don't mix. They like oil and water. It don't mix. You know what I'm saying? And people, I'm saying in most people, it don't.
Well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind having power, and it ain't because of the perks, because I know that it comes with a certain responsibility, and I think I can uphold that responsibility. Like you just saying, a Meg, if they bought a Megan Thee Stallion to me, first of all, everybody looking at numbers anyway first. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at her numbers and I'm like, okay, she doing good here, she doing good there, she got a connection here, there. Okay, cool. That would lead me to sign her. You know what I'm saying? Not because how she look, but what she already put out to the public and how the public already receiving her. That's what will make me say, okay, go. I could put the battery behind this and push that. But how she look would not be standing in my way or have me uncontrollable, be like, oh, I gotta fuck this chick now. Like, no. like get the, cause to me, it's certain things that will fuck your money up, and that's one of them.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I say, you get the power, and some people to do those things that you're talking about, those people who really can't handle their power.
Absolutely.
Because, like I said, with power come with responsibility.
Yeah. Well,
if you can't control yourself.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I wouldn't have that problem either. Yeah. I wouldn't have that problem if I know this is the money. This is how I'm providing for myself. So I'm not gonna do nothing.
And I agree with you. A lot of people don't look at. A lot of people not really keen on that, because I know me. That would make me say I wasn't signing you as an artist myself. Yeah. Because if you can't control yourself with certain things, that means I can't just put my career in your hands.
My faith in your hand. My faith in your hands. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, y'all niggas better get some control, nigga. Get some control, dog.
I mean, that's one thing for the women watching. Yeah, that's one thing men have to work on, is self-control. It's true. And obviously it's not all men, because I can't sit up here and bash all men, because there are brothers out here with, it's actually a lot of brothers out here with self-control. Yeah. Believe me. But the ones who don't have it are the ones that get spotlighted. You know what I mean? It's not the brothers that have self-control, because it's like you handling your business, you handling your responsibility. There's no reason to, I'm not going to say there's no reason, but in today's society, they don't like to point out positivity. They point out negativity. That's what gets news. That's what gets traction. That's what gets eyeballs. That's what gets clicks. It's negativity sells. You say sex sells, but negativity sells too. Negativity is what draws attention to whatever's going on. Anytime you see there's a scandal, of any sort, from any celebrity, anything, look how many people flock to it and pay attention to it. Look how much traction this get. Y'all don't understand how much money y'all generate to these media companies every time. Yep. You clicking on this shit, and all they doing is for the advertisers, they just, what I'm saying? Hey, check these numbers. We got, 100,000 views on this. We got 1.2 million views on this. You know what I'm saying? And that let them know, these people get traction. You know what I'm saying? They making waves. They get people flocking to them because, everybody else is.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's more sheep than people than independent thinking people.
By far, yeah.
I can't even talk about that.
That's why.
That's a whole nother subject.
I'm definitely the majority.
I'm going in. But I know I'm talking to a fucking burger wall, dog.
Well, yeah, no. Power bad.
I want to say it's bad. It looks bad because people who had it, they don't know how to use it.
Yeah, y'all giving it to the wrong people. Yeah, I mean, look, man, it's been
they're not held accountable. A lot of them ain't really held accountable for shit they do.
Well, okay, that's like the story that came out this week about the two process. I mean, the story been out, but they brought it back because the letter of resignation got revealed about the one of the two prosecutors who quit that was working on the Trump case in New York. They resigned because they like fuck, y'all not gonna charge this motherfucker.
Wasting my time.
We putting in all this work. You know what I'm saying? They, from their standpoint, they like, look, this motherfucker's straight guilty. He guilty of multiple felonies.
Teflon Don.
And yet,
that boy just getting away with shit, ain't he?
They not charged. I can't think of the title. I don't think it's the state AG, but it might be. I'm not sure. But These motherfuckers not bringing charges, so they resign. And so the resignation letter leaked to the media, and it said essentially that, like, we got this motherfucker dead to rights. Like, we got him. Like, and yet they not letting them pull the trigger. We got the evidence to get this motherfucker, and yet y'all not gonna do it. Why? He's a rich white man. What you expect? But people ain't gonna necessarily be outraged about it. I mean, they probably will be for a little bit. But y'all attention span is so fucking short. Just call it what it is. Y'all attention span, you pay attention to something for about a day or two, and then it's out your mind, and then it's off to the next fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that's why I said negativity sells. Negativity is what people get off on. But then you hop on social media, oh, the world is so negative. Well, stop engaging in the shit. If all you clicking on is negative shit, of course the world gonna seem negative to you.
Look, man, look. That's why I take social media breaks.
Yeah, you got to.
Damn.
You know, man, I can't be on social media all the fucking time like I used to. And it's just all this shit seemed to me that it's just gonna, in the long run, it's gonna leave a bad lasting mark on humanity, dog. Like, it's already like fucking people up.
Yeah. Social media, in my opinion, has done nothing but just expose the worst in humanity. That's what I think. I mean, because it's giving people the freedom, which I'm a firm believer in people having freedom, but it's giving you the freedom to be an asshole 24/7. Yeah. It's giving you the freedom to be an asshole without any consequences or repercussions, because you get to talk shit within the safety and the comfort of your own home.
Right.
When if we really was putting tracking numbers and shit on niggas' IP addresses and shit and finding out where motherfuckers stay, oh, you talking shit, but you stay here.
Yeah.
Now we know where you at.
Right.
You see, a motherfucker had to really identify themselves to get online. You wouldn't have all this shit. You're still getting on. Don't get me wrong. You still have some assholes out there, because some motherfuckers really don't give a fuck. Hey, you can come over here if you want to. Get your motherfucking noodle blood blasted off. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because not everybody on the internet soft. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of motherfuckers talk shit, and then, you know, I mean, you've seen it. Motherfuckers like, hey, wait, when you talking, you see videos, when you talking shit on the internet, and then you see them in person, oh, they don't really want that smoke. He was tough behind that keyboard. What happened?
That wasn't me.
That's my little brother.
Somebody hacked my phone, hacked my account.
You hacked my account. No, I ain't hacked shit, nigga. That was you.
So we're gonna wrap this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got off tough.
You know, I gotta pull us back.
Yeah, it happens.
Just to wrap this one up, I'm pretty sure it happens to men too. I've heard a lot of shit.
Marcus, darling.
But, you know, speak up. Ladies, don't be afraid to speak up on shit. I mean, it happens also on regular jobs too.
Yeah.
So, you know, speak up so you can change the shit.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna switch lanes again. So the last topic of the day is basically.
No, you gotta set it up right, man. We was having an interesting conversation off mic.
Go set it up there.
I brought in the first one. You brought in the second one. Like,
that's the new thing we doing?
No, I mean,
it
just
everybody get one.
Everybody gets one. I mean, okay, whatever. Well, you should be the one to bring it in there, because you was the one going off.
I got my one.
You know what I'm saying?
I got my one.
You was the one going off on this shit.
And I'm gonna go off again.
Go off there.
Shit. Yeah, get your shit off.
Set me up and I get your shit off.
There you go.
Set me up so I can go off.
Go ahead, Hirsch.
All right, the last topic we're going to talk about what is a street nigga? Like, what is the street life? Like, what does that mean?
Basically,
you know, what I'm
street culture.
Street culture.
This ain't going to be the first time this is brought up on this show.
Yeah.
Why do this shit got a stronghold on our community?
Why is it so important to us?
Well, it would probably make sense for me and you to go first on this topic because Fly was the one that had a bunch to say. Fly was the one that had a bunch to say about it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna have some.
No, I'm saying like
I'm not gonna talk their head off, but I'm gonna get to
right.
the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go first. Say it again.
What is street culture and why? You know what I'm saying? Why is it
so important?
Why is it so important to Black people and
I'm gonna make my answer very short.
particularly Black males?
Well, it's important because, unfortunately, this is all what some people have. This is all they cling to. This is your environment. This is all you know in certain areas. And, I don't want nobody to come after me and kill me, but I mean, shit, it's a bunch of fucking ignorant nonsense, in my opinion. I mean, we all grew up in the hood, like we say.
Yeah.
We all did. I didn't allow the hood to change me.
Yeah.
I wasn't out here toting guns. I wasn't out here selling dope. I wasn't out here doing any of that ignorant ass shit.
If I was, I still wasn't.
And that's the way you supposed to answer. That's the way you supposed to answer that.
All right, man. Y'all.
I'm just saying.
I done lost my train of thought now. I mean, because I was about to, you know what I'm saying? I was about to go. No, basically, I'm just saying I could be 100 and real with y'all. Obviously, shit, you could look at me and tell that wasn't me. I wasn't built like that.
Yeah.
I was down for a fight, down to scrap, but I mean, that's a fight. I wasn't out here trying to live in that so-called quote unquote street life. That I recognized at an early age that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was me just being real to myself. So you want to talk about somebody being a real street nigga? I was just being real to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't have to prove shit. I don't have to prove to you. And don't get me wrong, because it's a whole psychological element behind that. Growing up in an environment where you have to survive, you have to kind of present yourself as strong and as tough, and that's a survival tactic. You know what I'm saying? And I understood that at an early age too, which is why, what did I say? I was always down to scrap. I was always down to fight. Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? But as far as all of that other shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to walk around beating my chest about I'm tough, I'll do. No, that wasn't me. I'm not gonna say I was a nerd, but I was into nerdy things. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, some of the cats I hung around with was into that life.
You was into different things.
Yeah. Exactly. The people we went to school with was into that life.
But they would say it's nerdy because it's different.
Exactly. I just wasn't.
It don't make no sense. But when you're a kid, it makes sense because it's like, you don't know any better. Mm-hmm. But when you become older, it's like with the eyes thing you see behind the curtain. And it makes sense. You just like different shit. It's nothing nerdy about liking different shit.
Yeah.
But it's just different than a norm.
Well, we not a monolith. Like
right.
Black people aren't a monolith.
But the thing is, it is normal. It's just not. It's just not
normal in that area.
That street shit is.
Yeah.
Or what a street person is supposedly supposed to be into.
Because we've been indoctrinated into thinking that that's how we should be all the time, and everybody should be that way, and it's not the case. That's not the case at all. And I just never bought into it.
I mean, you can get down for not being one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just never bought into it. Like I seen people get killed. You know what I'm saying? People who we was hanging around, people who we went to school with.
Absolutely.
I'm like, people who was in the hood. Like, I just saw you 2 days ago, and now he dead. Why? Yeah. Because you in that life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know this person though. Me and this person was just talking about Pokemon cards and wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't on no street shit. But he was doing that when he was around me. And then when he got around his other folk, he turned into one of them. Yeah. And that's my whole thing. Like, when I was around them same people, I didn't allow myself to be corrupted by that.
Right.
I'm not going to switch up and deviate from who I really am. Hey, man, I'm hanging with y'all because... And when I'm hanging with y'all, we talking about stupid shit that was going on in school.
We got similar interests outside of...
That's it. That's what I mean. We talking about stupid shit that happened in class. Talking about, oh, shit, we finna watch Monday Night Raw, because niggas was in the wrestling and shit back then. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't talking about that street shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the cats I was around, they respected me enough to know that, he ain't... So when they go and do that, they don't involve me, which I always loved and appreciated because that ain't me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they recognized that.
They knew them. Yeah.
So that was my whole thing. I was strong-minded enough, and that's what I always try to preach to my kids. Just be strong-minded enough. Don't let nobody change you. Don't let your environment change you. If you know who the fuck you are, then you need to cling to that and stick to that.
Be a leader. Yeah. Be a leader.
I agree. Like the great, 3 Stacks say, ain't a hood nigga, but a nigga from the hood.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I got the lingo, you know what I'm saying? It's in me, but I never...
That's why I like that brother so much.
Yeah. He could articulate it so perfectly, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's just... I saw it wasn't no future in it, you know what I'm saying? Like...
Yeah,
I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I know people that do that, but what what's that gonna get me in the long run?
Right.
Jail or dead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that shit just it is a stigma on our community.
Yeah,
it's something that we need to really talk about more. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said this ain't gonna be the first time we bring this up.
Yeah.
So now we on me.
Oh yeah, you the star, man. Go ahead.
Get your shit off.
That's what's up.
First of all,
need some popcorn, nigga. I don't mean to interrupt you. It's just he was going off on mic. He was doing his thing.
First of all, when it comes to street culture, I look at it and I think street culture is a street person's way of looking at what it is to be a man. See, to me, when somebody flex that shit, don't mean shit to me. Because I'm more so concerned about being a stand-up man, which is standing on what I believe in, doing what I said I was going to do. My word means everything. If I promise something to you, I'm going to try to come through. Take care of your family, making sure you put them in a position to, be well and do better in life. Just being a father, being a son and all that. That's what being a man to me is. All this street shit don't fucking matter to me.
Yeah.
I think when you talk to a street person, they'll probably break it down to you. Like, it's all about being, having a certain type of integrity. That's the whole thing that they try to tell you. But that's what being a man mean. That is not a real street nigga. You know what I'm saying? To me, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. When you become a grown man, you start to realize that. When you a kid, you get sucked in, you buy into that and you get sucked into that when it's told to you like that. But also when you a kid and you get enticed by that, you also never understand what it is that you getting sucked into and what it comes with. When you get into that life, this is why there's no snitching thing is always a big thing. Whenever that street shit get brought up, that no snitching automatically get brought up with that. Because when you get into it, you ought to know what you're getting into. This is why they say they frown upon that, because it's like being a stand-up man is taking your responsibility for what your actions is. So if you get into a certain situation, you know what come with it, whether death or jail, you don't tell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which I understand that part. But the thing is, why even get in that? Don't put yourself in that situation in the first place.
Right.
Now, I understand that you know, a lot of this, you know, street culture is mainly circled around the drug trade. And this drug trade, we use that drug trade to come from, you know, we are, you know, when you in a ghetto and you trying to figure out a way, like in Detroit, it was like no jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's basically where the black people was like, especially black men, they wasn't able to be a man in their own eyes because they wasn't able to be able to take care of their kids. So streets always hiring. So, you know, they got out there and did what they did. And it's supposed to be a hustle, which you supposed to, you know, do it just to supplement or try to get it. But they done turned into something else. And it also became a trap for us, to where it's rerouting all of us straight to prison. You know what I'm saying? And going to jail. Yeah. And dying, you know, going to the cemetery. You know what I'm saying? So
plantation.
To me, street shit is extinct. That shit over with. Because, you know, most of these principles that you know, the people that we looked up to set these principles, who had that street lore and shit. A lot of them folks don't even live by that shit. A lot of them told. You know what I'm saying? Which, look, you shouldn't be, don't get into it anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you can bypass getting to the street shit, don't get into it. You know, just, and it's easy nowadays anyway. You know what I'm saying? Look, like, if you got the hustle like you had on the street, you could take that anywhere. Because this is what hustling is. Hustling is being able to have the vision and the creativity to create a situation for yourself. So that's not just put aside for somebody that's on the street. That's put aside with anybody. You can, the janitor somewhere can have that, can have hustle. Because all hustle is hard work and working smart. When hard working and working smart come together to have a baby, that baby name is hustle. When you do that, when you figure that out, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It ain't just the streets. That's why you see a lot of people who come from the street and they be successful because they understand that, no, the lifestyle and what I thought was the lifestyle and what was real, that's not real. That's not the situation. The situation gonna lead me to places, and those two places I don't want to go.
Right.
And then you gotta think of it like this: if those people leaving that shit, why the fuck would you want to get in it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So have vision and also what I just say? I just lost my train of thought. Have vision and be creative. And you can make a situation for yourself. It's the internet now. You can sell T-shirts. You can make a whole T-shirt line. You know what I'm saying? You can make clothes. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. You can put that shit on the internet and do that shit. This street shit, obsolete. A real nigga, that shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? You should want to be a real man.
Yep.
Yeah. Well said. And that just to add, that street you willing to die for, you don't even own nothing on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the other thing. You know what I mean? You put them, you throw your black. It's okay to have pride from where you come from.
Yeah.
But to rap that shit like you own that shit,
Yeah.
this my block, and first thing, sir, that's the government's block.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
It's
And
your
it's
block,
gonna
but
be-
you don't own my house, own your block.
Right.
And it's gonna be their block while you's on there hustling. And when you get killed and they send your ass off, it's gonna be their block still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can any real street person that's real with you, they gonna tell you this. Street don't love nobody. No fucking body. How many people y'all know that was out there? They had homeboys they was cool with. They done turned on them.
Yeah.
You know, went to jail. Girl that's, but babe, I love you. This forever. Woo, woo, woo. She fucking the homeboy. Or many of the homeboys. Or your cousin or whoever. You know what I mean? Because
She's a running.
because like, listen, man, when you in that cell or you get buried, man, life gonna go on, bro.
Yeah.
That shit gonna go on.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. So what do that shit get you? You might some people might feel like you know, they learned those things in the street, like learn how to be creative. They learned to hustle being in the street, and that, you know, that's cool. But you can learn to hustle. You can learn to hustle outside without going into the street.
Yeah, you can take them soft skills to any other industry and do well. And
you could watch somebody else from outside. Listen, if you know, Hov got that line that he say, "Oh, Hov did that, so you ain't gotta go through that." Just look at what he did. He was in the street. He turned that shit around and he made something. Now I don't gotta go in the street because I see what he did there, and I could bypass the street and go straight to what he did.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta think like that. Like I said, man, hustling is hard work meets working smart.
Gotta have that hunger and drive too.
Exactly.
I mean, shit. Whether y'all know it or not, that's what we doing right now. This is a hustle.
Absolutely.
We created something.
Yeah.
And the hustle needs to create opportunity. We just create an opportunity. It ain't made a lot of money like we want to yet.
Yeah.
But if we keep going at it
Yeah.
and keep pushing, it's gonna make something.
It's a legal hustle. Not illegal. It's a legal hustle.
But you know, we gotta be street niggas, cause you know
And
all the bad bitches love the street niggas.
Hey
right?
man, listen.
First off, I'm married. You about to be married. And he's in a committed relationship.
Listen, man.
So
I don't.
What you think about the women that go after the street niggas?
Well, they gonna find out if they really about that life or not. They gonna really find out if they about it or not. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if a chick talk about she don't like me in street nigga because I ain't no street nigga, then she ain't the one for me no way.
Exactly. Yeah.
I refuse to comment.
Go ahead about your business.
And tell me where your mentality at from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There you go. No, to be honest though, I mean, that's happened to me once in my life.
Yeah.
Where it's you know, that brings up a bad memory of another one too.
Oh shit.
No, that's happened once to me before where it was like, you know, and she didn't blurt out specifically that per se, but it's more of a, oh, you're not really my type. And I'm like, well, what's your type?
Mm-hmm.
They gonna say some shit like you born
Like bad guys.
Yeah, and she was kind of like, she was like somebody that's a little rough around the edges. And as soon as you said that, I knew exactly what she meant. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you want one of them niggas? Oh, I ain't one of them. You know, sorry, you know.
But them the same ones that get on the internet and complain.
I know, right? And see the other one that there was a bad memory that I thought about was the one that was like, oh, I don't date light skinned niggas. I'm like, oh,
But you know what though?
okay,
You know
that's
what?
fine.
I won't even knock a chick.
Yeah.
No, I didn't knock her for
No,
it.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, for me, I wouldn't even knock a chick that would say that.
Yeah.
Because I think I understand human behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it, man. We all got our road to go down, and down the road we got these lessons to learn. So if you choose, like, this is what I want. Like I say, man, go ahead. I'm not gonna be like, man, girl, you stupid, fuck you. No, go ahead and if that's your type, like you say it is, then go ahead and have your type.
Yeah, go find.
But it's on you to, you know what I mean? It's on you to figure out, if that's what you want to. That's your life.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do with your life, that's on you.
I actually kind of learned that though from her per se, because that's when I was still figuring out that I love dark skinned women. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't dark skinned herself.
Yeah,
she was light skinned herself.
But that goes to what I'm saying. Everybody got their road to go down.
Yeah,
and there's things in that road that you learn from, and it redirect you to where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
See, you got redirected.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah. See, because of course, you was going with the girl because something about her that you like.
Yeah.
But her coming out and you ain't my type. Woo, that redirect you to where you gonna go somewhere where you not tolerated, but like you. Somebody like you back. You like it's mutual.
Yeah, absolutely. That's ultimately what that part was about. Where I'm not gonna ever force myself to be with nobody. And nobody should. You know what I'm saying? You should force yourself to be. But
if you got to force it, ain't supposed to happen.
But that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah,
that's where you get a lot of lame people that they want to force something. You always see the situation where the girl is so beautiful that the dude just got to be lame. Like he's so stuck on how she looked that he got to push the whole thing about being with her because she's so beautiful. Because she's beautiful, do not mean that y'all click.
Dog, I seen that shit happen. So I ain't even gonna say nothing.
It's beautiful.
I know motherfuckers who've done that where they be so proud of the person who they with because of how they look, and they want pictures and you know what I'm saying, and it's all, you can tell it's all superficial. Yeah, and it's like, but you look miserable though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like you with her, but
and she really making you happy.
She don't.
Yeah, see, you can honestly like the girl.
Yeah.
But that don't mean that she is compatible for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if she don't like you, and listen, if you get with a person that don't like you and they tolerate you, soon they gonna not really respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And who wants that?
Yeah.
So
I joke with my wife all the time about that. It's like, you just tolerate me. She get mad every time I say it. She gets pissed off. And I guess, okay, I just discovered right now on the show, dear, I guess that is one of the buttons I push of yours. I thought I didn't push none of your buttons, but I guess that is one of yours.
Well,
I'm not going to say sorry for it because I'm not.
Another button there is pushed.
This nigga Patty Murphy.
She gonna give me back anyway, so I'm not worried about it. That's why I did it. Like
this nigga Patty Murphy.
Yeah.
Patty Murphy. What the fuck?
But
I tried to do it live, but it didn't work.
Oh shit.
But a lot of when people get in those situations, they kind of take it as a letdown.
Yeah.
It's not a letdown. It's a redirection.
Oh no, shit. That right there, like I say, that day, and obviously that happened when I was younger. Obviously, much younger before I met my wife, obviously. But that was me realizing then, like, wait a minute, she was upfront about what she wanted. But I knew, like I said, I knew when I was a kid that I liked dark-skinned girls. But again, during that time, that's when there was a stigma on being dark-skinned. I think I mentioned that last week where it was like, dark-skinned people was made fun of.
Which was, all that shit is stupid.
No, it's all, it was, obviously. But I mean, I knew when I was a kid, I knew what I liked. Right. I knew I liked girls, and I knew I like dark-skinned girls. But I kept dating light-skinned girls because that was what society told me that I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to shun the darkies and be with the light brights, and that wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And what did I marry? I married a dark-skinned woman. You know what I'm saying? It's so you just got to know what you want. Yeah. So, shit, that trailed off terribly.
No, it didn't.
You go too far.
No, not for me. I'm saying, oh no.
Are you talking about all of?
Yeah, the whole thing. Okay. I mean, my wife gonna criticize me no matter what I do, so it don't make no difference. I love you, dear.
She love you too. She know you. She know you.
Oh shit. Well, if all minds are clear.
Why you look at me like that?
I look at I did mainly look at him though. Like,
yeah, I mean, look, man. Like I said, young boys that's trying to be man, your goal shouldn't be to be the top street nigga. It should be to be a man, a stand-up man with principles and values.
Yeah.
That's it. All this street shit, this shit don't really fucking matter. And it ain't gonna matter in the long run, no way. Because nobody really give a fuck about that shit. Street cred don't really. But it's street cred, you know what I'm saying? Mm. You worry about street cred, nigga, you better be worried about that FICO. You know what I'm saying? That's the credit. That's the credit. That's the
credit to get you somewhere.
You ain't lying. They don't give a fuck what Pookie and all them motherfuckers think of you in the street. They looking at your skull,
Go
nigga.
to the bank and tell them,
that's what trip
I'm good in the hood.
Well, that's where you gonna stay at, motherfucker.
That's what tripped me out. That's what tripped me out about people who get on and they still worried about what the streets say. Nigga, look, man. I like me and 17 said this all Mike. Look, man. The hood is the struggles for the strugglers, dude.
Yeah.
You done already beat that level. You already surpassed that level. And you worried about what these people telling you? You letting them how they feel, what they think, control about what you do? You know what I'm saying? If you already got principles and values, that's all you need. That's your direction. That's your moral compass right there, man. That's going to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do and stay on your shit. And if you got people around you with that same thing, they can help you stay on track. But I'll be damned if I get on and the motherfuckers tell me I ain't real. Fuck you.
That's what I was just about to say. Because I'm like, don't let me come in no real money. They go, oh, okay. Look, you gonna talk? You was talking shit about me when I didn't have no money. So
what's the difference?
I got enough money to get. I got enough money to isolate myself away from you motherfuckers. Now you'll never find me. So what the fuck do I care what you think?
I graduated. My mentality graduated.
Yeah,
I'm exactly. Not. You're not thinking the same. Of course you're gonna say I ain't real. I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
Because I understand that once you graduate from a certain way of thinking and people think you changed and you know switched up, that's not what's going on. I just grew.
If it says growth.
Yeah, again,
but they not gonna understand that shit.
If you go 10, 15 years without changing, there's something wrong with you.
And then but then you wonder why you at where you at. And you keep spinning circles, dog.
Yeah.
Keep spinning the wheels because you stuck in the mud. You get out, like they say, get out the mud.
Amen.
But you stuck in the mud because you ain't growing.
All right. That's enough free game for today.
Oh, no. Hell no. You get this game every time. Hey, it's never enough. It's never enough game. It's never enough.
I'm like, damn. We didn't drop quite a few gems on the show today, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm making my business to get that, man.
I'm just talking shit.
I know. But to me, it means a lot to get that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I said, this shit, we should be past this shit. This shit is instinct.
Yeah.
Like young dudes that's coming up where we come from need a new mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
That that shit ain't getting us nowhere. We need a new whole thing. We need a whole thing.
Yeah, so we gonna wrap up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, so
Don't worry, that's her garage opening up. you was trying to act like you would.
y'all have a good week. Y'all be smooth. Be safe out there. And
yes, man. Peace and love to y'all, man.
Next week we gonna I'm gonna leave that off. We'll surprise them. Anyway, y'all be smooth. Peace.
Peace. Real nigga.
This nigga.